flex. The live is 1 in the 6. If the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. See, we got in the building. Eric H., G. McCall, Rick Blackwell, Joseph Wiggins, Mark Wunderlich, Eric Jordan, the Sensei, Stormy B-Man, great premiere this morning. Shelltown Majors, Robert Singleton, CT Fat Boy. Oh, it jumped on me early. Slip the Jab in the building. Rod Neal, 88 Sports Talk, DOG, Deacon Dollars, MP.
What the fuck?
Salute. Jerry Alexander, Shepherd King, Dirt Gang Boss, Todd French, Unique Dawn. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the smoke, man. Let's get to the smoke. Got a question. Queen, salute. Picasso. Well, y'all see the question. Wait, time out. Hold on. I gotta, you know what's strange? All right, I'm not gonna get distracted by this shit. Shut up. Jesus Christ. John Pound, salute, man. Now, I appreciate you, John. I mean, pep talk yesterday was just like, I was like, yo, you know what? The more things change, the more things stay the same. You know what I mean? And what are we going to do? We're going to cry. We're going to march. They lit the brother out. They lit him up after a damn funeral. I mean, come on, bro. I don't know who Yo Gotti is. I can't name a song he's ever made. All I know is that his brother's dead. That's all I know. Another black man dead and George Zimmerman still walking around. That's all I know. True Boxing Night, my brother, salute. That's all I know. That's all I know. And while you Negroes are running around on YouTube talking about pull up and I'll kill you and F the LDBC and I kill you and I destroy you and when I see you at a fight, I'll do this and I'll do that. This is happening. Okay? All right? So if you're going to ever run up on me or any of my brothers, you know, have the decency to wear a Klan's hood and show us who you really are. All right? Fresh, Robert, Mr. Shelton, Chris Chandler, salute. Just put on your Klan's hood when you come for me. Just do that. This dude, George Zimmerman, was signing Skittles bags and and those damn flags. All right? He's in the state of Florida, last I checked. I mean, move around. So you got all the smoke for me and everybody else. But this, though, right? Right. Anyway. You know, Big Juke is dead. And the white man ain't do it. Okay? You see why I'm not doing this no more? I'm not entertaining you dudes anymore. I'm not. I'm trying to talk about something official. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Anyway, boxing, please. Yeah. Shogun, salute. So anyway, got a question. It's just a question. Because to be honest, I'm torn. I figured I'd ask you guys. Would y'all prefer the Saudis or the sanctioning bodies? Now I know as it stands right now, the Saudis seem like a breath of fresh air. You know, they gave us a blockbuster event, Day of Reckoning. And we were like, whoa. Some of us were like, whoa. But a lot of y'all are still young. Y'all don't remember, see, events like that, they used to happen at least once or twice a year. Stormy will remember. Some of you remember. Some of y'all, you know, Don King was throwing events like that all the time. Stack cards. You know what I mean? Anwar Woodard, salute. Black Cloud, salute. TJ Love Sports, salute. You know, but I wanna play devil's advocate today a little bit. Eric Jordan in that super chat, salute to you, good brother. Let me just go ahead and hit that for you real quick.
Give power to my nigger sword!
Salute, E, I appreciate you. Art hostage moaning. Salute, good brother. Uh-oh. A condo was good. Now look, man. Hen Dog, salute. Jeff Spark in the building, salute. Now look, man. All that glitters ain't gold. Joseph Wiggins, salute. It looks good now. But listen, Mo Boxer, salute, man. D, what's going on? Now listen, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to think back. Years ago, do y'all remember when DAZN popped up? And we were like, what's this? And they were trying to capitalize on the technology of applications, and they threw boxing at the fans. Do y'all remember the debates, or do y'all go back that far? Because I'm about to remind y'all. about DAZN for a second. Rod Neal in that super chat, he said, I don't trust either of them. Boxing is trash, so I'm just waiting around. I'm just waiting on Saudi to snatch the rug from under us when they get ready. My brother, that's where I'm at with this. That's exactly where I'm at with this. I have trust issues. And I'm about to hit you in the head with why. Watch. All right. I'm gonna hit you in the head with why. Now, the DAZN app. I remember when it came out and they said, oh, you'll have access to boxing 24 hours a day. And on the outside looking in, to a boxing supporter like myself, I said, well, that sounds good. But I said, you know, I'm not going to sit around the house and watch boxing all day. I got shit to do. So what's the app really worth to me? Cassandra, salute. And then I asked the logical questions of what I thought was logical. I said, well, who is DAZN working with? They were working with Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn gave him access to his Matchroom fighters. Now, I need y'all to follow me on this. They gave him access to his roster. Right? Access. Did I say sign? No. I didn't say these guys signed to DAZN. Eddie Hearn gave them access to his fighters. They had a working relationship. And I'll explain that further in a second. So I said, all right, this sounds good, but, you know, y'all really going to watch boxing all day? They said, no, it's not only boxing, it's other stuff. I'm like, well, what's the other stuff? like polo and stuff. I said, I don't watch that shit. But you know what people on the online, when I was on Facebook, you know, they were talking about, they said DAZN, and this is what they were saying. DAZN is owned by some billionaire, gazillionaire Russian. And he has endless money. Now listen to the language. He has endless money to throw around. And I'm like, I'm just waiting for the pitch, because at the end of every sentence, you're supposed to be making a point, right? DAZN has endless money. It's owned by a billionaire Russian. I'm like, so? And he's going to buy up all the PBC fighters. There it is.
What?
Smoke and talk. Be more in the building. Salute. I was like, what is PBC? I said, you know, PBC isn't the only big boy on the block. You know, there's okay, they're working with Matchroom, but there's Top Rank, there's Golden Boy, Big Texas. Salute. I said, you know, what's the obsession with PBC? What is going on? I found that strange. And that's what made us, the Black Fight fans, say, you know, this looks like an organized effort to get the PBC out of boxing. And that's when we stepped in, because then we said, yo, this is a witch hunt, because Al Heyman, a black man, seemingly came out of nowhere, and fighters were running over to him because they liked his business and he was getting people paid. And he was putting on quality fights. Yeah, Art, see, Art, you're thinking. Now you're thinking, Art. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. Detroit, BC, salute. And I said, yo, this isn't about, so y'all are, let me get this straight. Y'all are backing DAZN because of the potential to snatch PBC fighters and break up the PBC. Meanwhile, DAZN wants you to pay at the time was $10 a month. But Al Heyman and the PBC was giving us free boxing. You remember Sean Porter and Keith Thurman was on free television? We didn't pay for that. That was on free. Out here in New York, that was on CBS. So I said, y'all are willing to pay for what the PBC is giving us basically for free? We haven't seen this since the 80s. And they didn't care. MXC, salute. They didn't care. They just wanted it gone. And I'm like, do y'all know what y'all asking for? Is this about boxing, or is this about Al Heyman and the PBC? And then enter Rick Glasser and that stupid conversation we had on Facebook. I said, I don't know who this dude is. Get out of here. I said, oh, he's a hater. I remember asking him, yo, do you do business with Al Heyman and it didn't work out or something? Soul Power, salute. And he, you know, he wouldn't answer the question. But people in there, you know, they see a white face and he speaks articulate to them and they believe him. And I'm like, man, I'm out of here. He's a fucking hater. I knew that since 2014. He's a hater. He told me the PBC's in the red and they'll be out of business in the next year or so. It is now 2024. Still waiting. New Fat Boy Fitness in the building. Salute, good brother. He said, keep cooking, Drew. I'm on the job, brother. This is why I'm asking the questions. Okay? And I was just getting to that, Stormy. The first thing that Eddie Hearn did with DAZN, I think the first fighter he spoke to was Adrian Broner. And I remember them saying, oh, he's going, AB's about those billions. You better go to DAZN. AB says, screw you. I'm loyal to Al. That's what he said at the time. So that fell short. Then he went to Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury responded to him on social media. Fuck off. Basically, that's what he said. Piss off. Now's the end of that. He said more than that, but he put the letter online that Eddie sent to him. with Tyson Fury, I believe, was already working with Top Rank or about to work with Top Rank around that time. I said, oh, okay. Rod Neal back in that super chat. He said one of Errol's highest rated fights was on PBC against Bundu. It was free 99. Yep, that's right. It was on NBC. I remember that. Yup. Main biker, salute. Yup. Yup. Yeah, Black Cloud. Yeah, they're saying that. But listen, I'm telling you, Jay, what's good? Gio James, salute. I'm telling you, that's why I'm asking the question, y'all. I'm asking the question, y'all. Because to the haters, DAZN seemed like a brilliant idea. Then I think Eddie Hearn went to the Charlos. Right? Went to the Charlos. And then the infamous Deontay Wilder $100 million deal. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? The first thing we heard was, oh, he's going to get Deontay. Literally the next day, oh, Deontay ducked $100 million to fight AJ. Day 2 or 3. I'm reading the article, and I'm saying, why is DAZN apologizing? I'm reading the article, and I said, look, I don't know what happened in that meeting, but for Deontay to decline $100 million and they said sorry, something wasn't right. I ain't going to get too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can refer to Tay Jones. But here's what we know. AJ wasn't a part of that 3-fight deal. Now, remember when I said that Eddie Hearn gave DAZN access to his matchroom fighters? Is Anthony Joshua a matchroom fighter or a DAZN fighter? He's a matchroom fighter. What they wanted to do at that time was tie Deontay Wilder into a 3-fight deal exclusively in DAZN, while AJ's ass is matchroom and he would have the freedom to go wherever Eddie sent him. And every time they fought, Eddie would say, well, he's signed to DAZN. He has an exclusive deal, and AJ can fight Joe Blow from Idaho, because Idaho. Boss. Yeah, exactly, Mo. And people forgot about that. If I remember correctly, Lou DiBella got fired fucking around with that. He went on, he took his ass over there and tried to conduct business. And they said, nope, we didn't tell you to do that. Get the fuck out. If I remember correctly. And his ass got fired. That's what happened. I remember that. But there's still people running around saying that Deontay ducked $100 million. Listen, it's goddamn like almost 8 years old now. We debunked it when it happened. DAZN said sorry. DAZN apologized. We ain't have our business in order. They said sorry. What part of that did y'all miss? Huh? You guys are pathetic, man. You guys are pathetic. Where were y'all? We were here the whole time. What? Yo. Y'all weren't here? Y'all missed it? Then they threw money at Canelo. And what did he do? What did he do? He drained the swamp. He drained the swamp. Womp womp. What happened to that endless bucket of money? Eddie has $1 billion. He's coming for the PBC. Oh, yeah? But I want to take a moment to shout out Eddie Hearn and DAZN. Salute.
That reminds me of a song. It's called I'm a Failure. I can't do anything right. Everything I touch turns to wood. Except the things I need turn to wood. I use pills for that, but that makes my eyes bleed. So my life is a failure. 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 I'm a failure. This journey is a failure. That song is a failure.
Shout out to all the Americans that said that DAZN was going to take over American boxing. Because you know what my response was to that? I said, you know what? Let me be fair about this and not answer emotionally. I want the fights. And if DAZN could come in with a gazillion-dollar bag and purchase these fighters, and these fighters actually fight each other, I don't care, as long as I'm getting the fights. So let's just see what DAZN does. And they didn't do anything remotely close to what the haters wanted. See, I wanted it because I wanted the best to fight the best. And this was way before I met BFTV. I wanted the best to fight the best. And I said, I don't care who runs boxing. With what amount of money? As long as I get the fights that I want in the next 3 years, I'm cool. And I watched and I watched and I watched and end of. There you go. It was never about boxing with some of those people. It was never about boxing. It was about Al Heyman. And that's when we stepped in to defend Al Heyman. Is it really about boxing, or is it about this black man who's accomplished? He's in the mix and he's been in the business a short amount of time and he's now a major player. Is it really about boxing? It's not. Mo Boxing says, Drew, His Excellency said Wilder isn't in good condition to fight March 8th. Well, with all due respect, brother, I don't, did he speak to his doctor? I spoke to Tay Jones. I spoke to Tay Jones this morning. The other day, they were in camp when they thought they had a fight. And then, you know, business happens and things change. They were in camp. So, I mean, I don't know. The Excellency said that? Was he quoted? That's not what Tay Jones said. It's not what Tay Jones said. You know, so if you know something that I don't know, let me know. I don't know. Tay ain't saying, he never said that. Tay would have told me that much. D's healing up. He just said something about that. 78 say something about that? No. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. So DAZN is around, but it's not around. So that was $100 million deal, right? Now, how does that relate to the Saudis? I mentioned the term fool's gold, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that to I want to generate thought. Is this really good? Can they do better than the sanctioning bodies? The sanctioning bodies get on our nerves. The WBA just gave Tank the belt. They didn't even say fight for it. Who was left for him to fight for it? I don't even remember who was ranked number 1 behind him in the WBA. I don't even know. They just gave it to him. The WBO at 135 is still vacant. Loma's number 1. There's no doubt in my mind that they ain't gonna make him fight. What's that guy? Dennis Bernchek? Whoever that guy's name is. I don't think they're gonna let, and I could be wrong, but I don't think they're gonna even let, they're not gonna allow, I don't see them, and again, could be wrong. I don't see them making Loma fight for that WBO. That's what he said. That's the article. Let me put a star. I'll read it. Well, I'll listen to it. The sheet is, hold on a second. That's on DAZN. Okay, I watched that. When was that? That was 17 hours ago. He said that, okay, in that, just give me, stay dangerous, salute. Did he say he talked to a doctor? Because he's a fan just like we're fans. I'm just asking. Because Tay didn't tell me that. You remember when, now look, I'm just saying, remember when Deontay Wilder was depressed and people were saying, yeah, that makes sense because he took an ass whooping. He's depressed, he's depressed, he's depressed. That was the furthest thing from the truth. And see, this is what I'm saying. Is this fool's gold? Yeah, he said he wants Tank and Devin this year. I'm getting to that. That's what he wants. We want a lot of shit. Day of Reckoning should have been Deontay versus AJ right there. But when we told you, now watch this, Mo. When we told you that those same people told Deontay Wilder's people, yo, this guy said he wants to retire. Talking about AJ. Did y'all believe it? Uh-oh. Did y'all believe it? Tay Jones told me. Tay Jones called me from out there. He said, yo, guess what? I said, what? He said, this nigga said he wanted to retire. I said, when? Deontay loses. Now he's not retiring. First he said he wants to pursue a belt. He's like, wait a minute. If you beat Otto Wallin, you're going to pursue a belt now? This is supposed to be the build-up to you in Deontay. What are you talking about pursuing a belt? Then it got worse. He says, yeah, I'm thinking about retiring. Huh? But when Tay Jones said that, did y'all believe him? Now watch this. The same person sitting there. Well, let me not say it's the same person. But those are the people that told him, that told Tay Jones and Team Wilder, this guy's talking about retiring. And when Tay Jones leaked that out and told y'all that, did y'all believe him? Which one? So do you believe Turkey when he says Wilder's in no condition to fight in March? Do you believe him? Did he talk to a doctor? Or is that his opinion? Is that his opinion? If that's his opinion, he can say that all day long. But when you say that someone's in no condition to fight, condition, in my mind, I'm thinking by way of medical review. You see to a doctor, let me see your eyes, or say, okay, you're in no condition to fight. March, no, too soon. That's what I'm asking. Did he say he spoke to our doctors out there and he's in no condition? D lost the fight. He got on his Instagram and he looked fine to me. But you know, we're no doctors. Just like they told us, oh, he's depressed. He's not talking to the media because he's depressed. And they put all that stuff on Deontay. Remember that? I'm telling you, the man was fine. I just spoke to Tay Jones. We was talking. I said, what's all that noise in the back? He said, we in camp. I said, oh, shit. And I thought they were fighting Big Bang Zhang. But the Saudis pulled an old switcheroo, and now they got Zhang and Parker. Who do you trust? The Saudis or the sanctions? Breathe on that for 1 second. Todd French in that super chat, he says, all facts. We are looking at the sanctioned bodies going from 4 to 5 in the unitary kingdom of Saudi Arabia, propelling us to the 5-belt era. See, Todd, you're thinking. You're thinking. You're thinking. Then me and Arnold, my brother, salute. Now, super chat, he said around the 5-minute mark, don't think he meant D is injured, but he wants him back looking like himself, more or less, though. Salute, Drew. Salute to you. I haven't listened to it yet, but yeah. I want to listen to it myself. Yeah, Art, I agree. I agree. Shade Girl, salute. Yeah. Steve Elder Mack, my brother, salute. Now, Mo, you provided evidence that, that he sat there and spoke. And what is that guy? I want to get his excellency. Okay, Turkey. His excellency, Turkey. I'll seek. Yeah. Well, it's his opinion. That's why I asked, is it medical evaluation? It's his opinion that he's in no condition to fight on March 8th or 9th or whatever it is. That's his opinion. He's entitled to it. He's not a doctor, though. I'm telling y'all, regardless of what the Turk said, I spoke to Tay Jones, and I'm like, what's all that noise in the back? He's like, we in camp. I said, oh, shit. Who we got? And we thought it was Big Bang Zhang. And you forgot how that happened? Had D beat Parker, AJ was aiming towards Zhang anyway. Why? Otto Violin is a southpaw. He said he wanted to go the IBF route. He was going to fight Zhang, which means what? What did Tay tell y'all? We signed our part. We ready to rock and roll. I said, so we got it, March. AJ versus Deontay, right? He said they got to do their part. They got to sign on the dotted line and everything. There was nothing in the contract about winning or losing. Because I still see idiots running around saying that, oh, Deontay Wilder, all to do was win. Show me the contract where it said, did you see the contract? Or am I talking to people that are in it? There's nothing in the goddamn contract that says D must win. AJ must win. As a matter of fact, if the roles were reversed and AJ lost and D still wanted to fight, everyone would be like, yeah, I bet Deontay does want to fight after AJ lost. But now Deontay lost and this dumbass still don't want to fight. It was always on him. The money's there. The money's there. And this guy still don't want to fight. So now, even when money's not the issue, the dude is scared. Told you. I'm not going to make myself crazy about it. AJ's the biggest pussycat in the world. He's a 6'5", 250-pound, muscle-bound coward. That's what he is. Bottom line. So now that we know he's puss, Saudis are sanctions. Saudi or sanctions? Now the brother is telling you that Deontay's in no condition to fight March 9th. All I'm asking is that's his opinion, or is that medically proven, or what? Yeah, I don't. Okay, you can have your opinion. Opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody has one. Unless you're an alien. So, y'all saw what DAZN did. They came in and they threw money around. Pay-per-view is dead. Remember that? They got Tracy Morgan, Louis Hinton, salute. Snoopy Mac, Brother Cole. Remember, pay-per-view is dead. Then next thing you know, they selling us pay-per-views. Then they signed Canelo. What did Canelo give you on DAZN? I know they gave him about $300 million. And he said, hasta banana, and he left, right? DAZN dies, it's kind of, sort of. It didn't pan out like how they wanted to. Y'all remember all of this? It's happening in real time. It's happening in real time. So the sanctioning bodies get on our nerves. Like I said, with this Lomachenko thing, I believe that Loma is going to inherit the WBO belt. The reason why is because at 135, the sanctioning bodies, I think they all agree that Lomachenko being the next undisputed champion at 135 is in the best interest of boxing right now, because they see more value in this guy running around just to say he did something. He'll become undisputed, probably won't even defend it. He'll just win it, and they'll be dropping confetti from the ceilings, and he'll be in there crying with all 4 belts, and he'll announce his retirement, and that'll be the end of it. That'll be the end of it. And that'll be celebrated in that moment more than what Devin did. Matter of fact, when he holds all 4 belts, I can hear the announcers right now. Vindication. After the miscarriage of justice versus Devin Haney, finally redemption. And you'll see pictures of him holding all 4 belts. They're gonna do movies and write books. You see Loma like with all these belts on him and shit, and it's like, and they'll say that that's the greatest thing in the world, and Haney beating him was the biggest crime in the world. Right? They're gonna do that. That's why we're here. 20 years from now, that's what they'll do. But that's the route they're going. I blame Tank for that, because Tank was supposed to take care of him 4 or 5 years ago. Thanks, Tank. Shout out to you and the Tank Franks. Appreciate you. Shakur's at 135. Can somebody stop Loma? Can one of you do it? Can one of you do it, please? Somebody stop this guy, please. They're setting up. By the time Tank and Shakur turn around, Loma's going to be unified. I know what he's saying, Mo, but what I'm saying to you is, basically what I'm saying to you, Mo, is that Deontay's just fine. Deontay's just fine. If Deontay wasn't fine, I wouldn't even be, saying anything to you right now. I'd be like, okay, Deontay's fine. I'm telling you, bro, they were in camp. I'm telling you, they were in camp. Didn't I just do a live stream and say, yo, they got Zilly Zhang next? Didn't I? It's still up. I just did it last week, I think, right? Aren't y'all like, what happened? Why do you think I'm doing this live? Isn't that strange? How you go from Zilly Zhang, and now Zilly Zhang is fighting Parker? What the fuck happened? Y'all not asking those questions? What happened? Or y'all living in the now? What happened? Yeah, what did happen? Do y'all prefer the Saudis or the sanctions? We loved us some PBC, right? I appreciated that it's black owned, it's black operated. I appreciate that Al Hinkman don't even do interviews. Don't talk to these dudes. Don't talk to these dudes. He hangs out in the back. Fighters are paid. Those are the pros. But we can talk about the cons and be honest, right? The fighters are paid, and what was the trade-off? Inactivity. Charlo, inactive. Errol, inactive. All right, need I say more? And what was the trade-off? All of that money that they did deserve, mentally, they got comfortable. When you sit on your ass when you can afford to sit on your ass, and these motherfuckers got comfortable, didn't they? They got comfortable. If you're sitting on $10 million and you're a champion, and your rival is posturing, you're like, all right, well, while he's posturing, I can afford to sit in my house with this high-ass ceiling and all these windows and not a care in the world. But meanwhile, and I'm talking about Errol, meanwhile, Bud was active. He really thought he could get in the ring with a busted rib and cataracts and walk through Bud? Nope. Man, did he pay for it. Now the brother's running to get eye surgery and everything. And it's like, bro, you could have kept that to yourself, man. Do y'all see the trade-off? The PBC gave these guys comfort, but the fighters aren't disciplined enough to live a fighter's lifestyle. DP Rocker, salute. Am I making sense? Am I lying on anybody? Am I hating on anybody? No, I'm stating a fact. But when you have a person that's a free agent that can move about like a Devin Haney, I'm going somewhere with this. A brother like Devin Haney can move about. He's on point because he's always looking for smoke. He wants smoke with Tank. Right? Now there was some news, and the general put out a video this morning about y'all saw the video. I hope y'all saw the video. If not, I can go watch the video. Tank is in a position where it's feast or famine, sink or swim. Eat or be eaten, right? Do y'all think the Saudis can force Tank Davis versus Devin? Do y'all think? Yes or no? Just put yes or no. Felix, what's good, brother? Do y'all think the Saudis can force Devin versus Tank? Yes or no? I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a question. No, 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 yes. Abdul says he isn't owned. Hendog says no. J-Man says yes. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? Art Hasha says yes. It's a bit confusing, isn't it, when you think about it, right? Think about what we're saying. Think about what I'm saying. Okay? Who does AJ deal with directly? Eddie Hearn. And I'm not taking shots at AJ. I just told the truth about him. I'm just stating the fact. If you got to deal with AJ, you got to deal with Eddie Hearn. Period, right? I just told you. Even if Deontay Wilder won, AJ was not fighting Deontay Wilder next. He didn't give a shit about what the Saudis said. But they said, look, there's nowhere to go, man. We're going to pay everybody to step aside. We want this fight next. This motherfucker was talking about retiring. So if they can't make AJ do what he doesn't want to do, if Eddie Hearn says, yo, look, Anthony, you got to take, there's too much money here. I'm not going to make no money. I'm not going to make this amount of money anywhere else. You got to do this. Well, Eddie, I'm retired. You can't make me get in there. Not with him. Not Bomb Squad. No. I'm retired. That's where they were going. That's why he said it. That's why the Saudis told, bro, I'm not making this up. So now I'm going to ask y'all again. You think the Saudis can force Tank versus Devin? I'm just asking. Now, I know hindsight's 2020. I know it sounds sexy to say yes. But let me give you some food for thought. And let me read the super chat real quick. Todd French in that super chat, salute. He says, my friend studied economy at UNC. When I studied, there is a boxing fan. He predicted the zone wouldn't work. He said they were not set up for the U.S. boxing economy. Saudi has experience in the U.S. market. True. One of the things that I did say, I kept it more simple than that, Todd French, and salute to you, bro. I said, you know why the zone's going to fail? They said, why? I said, Eddie Hearn does not understand the American market at all. Eddie Hearn doesn't understand that we are fucking retards over here. And I was joking, but I wasn't. American fans are very fickle, and we have short attention spans. And I'm talking about these new age fans. Short attention spans. Very short attention spans. 1 minute they hate you, 1 minute they love you. Nobody loves boxing in America like that. They're going to buy a fucking application to watch boxing all day. Those fans don't exist anymore. If the internet, if something like that pertaining to boxing was around in the 70s or 80s, it would rock. But we're not like that no more. Football, yes. Basketball, yes. But then you would have to compete with ESPN's app, and that's not happening. That's not happening. ESPN got that on lock. So I said, this guy doesn't understand the market. If you're going to market the DAZN app, you shouldn't lead with boxing. Or put a little bullshit budget aside for boxing and see if you can make... No, everything a business owner does, a business works. Listen, the average business defines itself within the first 2 to 5 years. Either it's going to win or it's going to fail. 2 to 5 years, you have to break even. You got to get at least... You got to get out of the red. You got 2 to 5 years to do that. After that, you got to make a profit. If not, it doesn't even make sense to do it. You're the rat on the wheel. And I said, Eddie Hearn does not understand the American market. He didn't get it. And that's why it failed. It was a good idea. But no. He was supposed to do something else. That was not cool. And he just blew money. They gave him a bag. And he promised, yo, I'm gonna go get these fighters. And he just started sounding off names. He went straight to PBC fighters. And all of them were like, no. You see what I'm doing over here with Al Heyman? How can you do better than this? And they went with their people and they said, nope, not a good deal. We good with Al. None of them left. Okay, I got 100 million, Deontay, come on. He said, is AJ part of this deal? Well, not really. You see, goodbye. Got up and walked out. I don't know if it went like that. I'm just saying. He got up and walked out. And when they said no deal, oh, he's ducking AJ for $100 million. Then I said, why the fuck are they saying sorry? Hold on, what happened in that meeting? 3-fight deal? And I said, I'm willing to bet AJ wasn't a part of that deal. And that's why D ain't take his ass over there. I said, wait a minute. I said, where does the AJ fight? They said Matchroom. I said, okay, so they don't fight with DAZN. Right. So I said, why the fuck would he sign with DAZN if he's not promising AJ fight? Was he a part of that deal? No, he was not. You know what his fans were saying? He has to be. Prove it. That's the only reason why he had the goddamn meeting. But don't listen to me. Go ahead and ask Tay Jones. Don't listen to me. Todd French back in that super chat. He said the Saudis are smart. The Saudis are smart as they are doing some test runs, which DAZN did not test run. This is a fact. They took U.S. production and did it in Saudi with no U.S. restrictions. Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna say, Mo, and salute to you, Todd French. Let me ask my brother Mo Boxing a question. Contracts, do they work the same in America as they do in the UK and as they do in Saudi? Are they all the same? Something to ponder. My Yoda voice. Do they work the same? It's just a question. Yeah, I had a conversation this morning and I was like, oh shit. Now everything's making sense. We thought Deontay was fighting Zilly Zhang. Psych. Parker. I'm like, wait a minute. My brother Mo says yes, depending on the terms and condition. Okay. Saudi? They work the same in Saudi? I'm just asking. Because my response is, I don't know. I'm just asking. Because I had a conversation this morning and I was like, what? No. He was just fighting Zilly Zhang and then they announced Parker. What the fuck? And now the Turk is saying he doesn't feel that Wilder's going to be ready for March. He doesn't feel. He doesn't feel. He doesn't feel. Not the doctor said, but he doesn't feel that Wilder's going to be ready for March 9th. Yeah, exactly, Mo. I'm not sure. But I had a conversation this morning and I was like, oh shit. I said, wait a minute. Uh-oh. 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 We just knew we was getting AJ versus Wilder, right? We just knew that was happening. And Tay got online and brother said, hey, they got to sign their part now. Remember he said that? I said, okay. And AJ looked outstanding. I said, ID lost. Right? He looked bad. He apologized for that. Got on the general show. Said, yo, I didn't look good, man. Sorry. But if he think it's sweet over here, if he think it's easy over here, tell him to sign the contract. 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 When I do that, I want you guys to understand. And you would think this was a slam dunk, right? D looked bad. He ain't got it no more. Lennox Lewis was like, yo, he has no killer instinct. I think he's done. And, you know, right? And we just knew that he was going to sign that motherfucker now, right? Nope. That motherfucker's really scared of Deontay, bro. I'm telling y'all. And he never signed. And no one forced him to sign. And then he said, all right, well, you know, he's fighting a southpaw. He's setting to fight Zhilei. Nope. They can sell more. It's a bigger return on investment if they fight Francis Ngannou than Deontay Wilder coming off of a loss. That's how they see it. Move over Zhilei Zhang. You hop on the same. You hop on another card and fight Joe Parker since he beat Deontay. That was the play the whole time. They're changing history over there, y'all. And don't think for 2 seconds. The reason why I brought up DAZN is how DAZN, how the fans, the hating MJ Total Health, what up? How the fans told me about DAZN because I was not educated about them. They said it's owned by a billionaire Russian, listen to the language, with endless money. And I told those fools way back on Facebook, I said, look, no businessman, and the reason why businessmen get wealthy and remain wealthy is because they make great business decisions. There's not a thing that they get involved in that they don't get an ROI. What's an ROI? A return on investment. There's no way that he's going to give Eddie Hearn, because this is what they told me on Facebook. He gave Eddie Hearn $1 billion. I said, what? He's going to take that money and take all the PBC fighters. And I said, y'all happy about that? What does it matter where the PBC fighters are? What does it matter? So if he gives fighter A $50 million and DAZN offers him $55 million and he goes over to DAZN, what's he going to do over there? Fight a bunch of bums? Because if his contemporary is under the PBC banner, it's better that he stays on the PBC. If he goes to another network, to another company, we'll never get the fight. So what are y'all talking about? What are you talking about? That's when I knew I was talking to a bunch of fucking haters and idiots. Phenomenal Mexican, salute. Jamal Robinson, salute. What are y'all talking about? So now, fast forward, we're with the Saudis. They got endless money for real. I mean, for real. Do you think they're just throwing money around? Oh, yeah, all he wants is 10 million. Hey, take the 10 million. And wipe my ass with 10 million. That may be so. But do you think they're going to dump money in a business venture where they're not going to get a return on investment? That would be dumb. You think they just shitting away the money? Brother Mo says, Drew, best believe if AJ would have lost and D beating Parker, he would have been facing Francis instead. Probably. You know why? Because if D had stopped Parker or just won, whatever, if he had won, D would have still been looking at Anthony Joshua. And everyone would have been ripping Deontay a new asshole. Talking about, oh, you want to fight him now because AJ lost. Not true. Not true. D would have been trying to fight AJ still. Do y'all understand that D really want that fight and AJ did not? The fight is still there for him. He chose not to do it. Y'all remember not y'all, but I remember people said, oh man, he's fighting Francis Ngannou, man. Fuck that. Horrible fight. Now Ngannou's going on his second pro fight with one loss. against a top 5. He fought the champion, and now he's fighting a top ranked heavyweight contender. Now all of a sudden it's a fucking good idea. You see what I'm saying? Yo, you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. Champion Heart, salute. Can't make it up. Now that D's not doing it, it's a great idea. I don't know. The answer is to that, Mo. I don't know what would D be doing had he had beat Parker. Because he'd have been trying to fight Anthony Joshua. Had AJ lost, he'd be considering retiring. Why isn't he fighting Hrgovic? You see what I'm saying? He's going to Ngannou. KOs for life. I don't know. Y'all, when Tay goes live, tune in. When he decides to go live, because he does a whole lot of talking, and it seems like some people ain't listening. So back to the Saudis. Young Abel, salute. You prefer them? We're sick of the sanctioning bodies. I already told y'all with the Lomachenko shit. The WBC with their franchise statuses, protecting their best interests. Only Lee, so salute. They invented franchise statuses because Canelo was in their best interest. They did not want him anywhere near Jamal Charlo when he had his head straight. They said franchise right when he was next up. We should have been burning down the house back then. Kamara, what up? Do you know the WBC killed the Jamal Charlo versus Canelo fight? Killed it. Killed it with a franchise status. We should have canceled the WBC back then. The Canelo went on to become undisputed. I mean, they did a number on us with that, didn't they? And then he did it again with Vasily Lomachenko. So that's your WBC. Right? If you think for 2 seconds that the WBO is not going to give Lomachenko that belt, you're mistaken. And if Lomachenko fights Tank and it goes 12, Tank's not winning. If Lomachenko goes 12 with Shakur's not winning. They're going to have to knock that man out, bro. They're going to have to knock that man out. But you know what? The world will be just fine if those guys weasel out of a Loma fight. They don't care. They see value in Vasily Lomachenko. This is why I don't have to root for him. I don't have to talk about his skill set. He doesn't need my help. Y'all got that. Y'all go ahead and talk him up. That's it. I'm good. I'll talk shit when he loses, though, because I'm going to throw it right back at you. So he lost again, huh? The speed, the angles, the matrix. He lost again, huh? This is the guy that y'all, get on your knees for. Cuff the balls and all that. This is who you, this is what you do. Groovy. Yeah, Kamara, we should have canceled the WBC behind that. Canceled them. That franchise status was an absolute nightmare. And when I asked Steven Espinoza, he said, man, I think, he said, I think Mauricio's getting rid of it. I said, getting rid of it? He said, he had it around to serve a purpose, something to that effect. That's to serve a purpose. That's the reason why we didn't get Canelo versus Jamal. That's the reason why we didn't get Devin Haney versus Lomachenko about 3 years ago. You see what I mean? And now he's getting rid of it. So, WBA, remember what they did to Mike Fox? They let this motherfucker get to the ring with skin gloves. And then Mike whooped his ass, and they still robbed him on the cards. Remember that? That's the WBA, y'all. So we can find fault in a lot of the sanctioned bodies. There's only 4. WBO, WBC, WBA, and IBF. We can find fault in all of them. But do y'all prefer the Saudis? Not even the Saudis could make AJ versus Deontay. And no, there was nothing in the contract that said either one of them have to win to fight next. That fight was supposed to be next. If it was in the contract that they had to win, Deontay wouldn't have said what he said on 78's live stream. Okay? Healer, salute. So now, WBA has a racist woman running around in there, calling Michelle Obama a monkey. Yeah. Yeah. So now here come the Saudis. Give us day of reckoning. We really thought we was getting AJ versus Deontay. Now, if they can't secure that dude, salute. If they can't secure that, I'm just asking a question. Are you confident? This is my question. Are you confident they can secure Devin Haney versus Tank Davis? Are you confident? Yes or no? I know it sounds sexy, but are you confident they can make that fight? What's going to happen if Tank, if Abdul Wahid, now Manan, salute. If Tank what happens with Tank if he says, you know what, no? What happens? Y'all tell me what happens. Is his career over? You see his fans, right? Nah, Alexander Hughes. Nah, it's not that. He ain't. Listen. You can't let AJ get away. AJ was never there. That's my point, bro. Steel City Luke, salute. Mitchell Show, salute. Dr. Mark, salute. AJ was never there, bro. That's my point. He was never there. AJ never wanted to fight this man. Never. He never. Had they both won, the man was talking about retirement. I'm not kidding. I didn't know that until I spoke to Tay. I spoke to Tay while he was down there, but he told me that. And I don't, when he tells me shit, I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna say nothing. That you gotta say that. For two reasons. Number one, it's your news. Number two, if I say it, they're gonna say I'm full of shit. I'm gonna go to Google. Drew, I can't find what you're saying. I'm like, asshole, remember who I talked to. My brother's there right now. Why would he lie? So Tay Joe says some shit, he's a liar, but you can read some bullshit from I don't know, Steve Cockenbull writing for a boxing scene or some shit. You'll believe that, right? But I'm talking to somebody that's actually there. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When he told me that, I was like, he said, what? Man, I ain't even gonna tell you what bro. Tay gotta go live, bro. I told him that this morning. I said, bro, you gotta straighten this shit out, bro. Cause, you know, me saying something or 78 saying something, you know, I mean, nah, Alexander, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But you see, the public perception is going to be what it's going to be. Deontay could do no right. All they see right now is that D lost, and that's why the fight's not happening. But Tay was very clear. Deontay was very clear. There was no stipulation that said that either of them had to win. They said, y'all fighting on this day, y'all are fighting different opponents on this date. March 9th, y'all are fighting each other. Had Tay said, yeah, man, we dropped the ball because we had to win and we ain't win, I'd have been like, oh, well, that's on D. But that was never said. D told the general, yo, if you think it's easy, take the fight. which means the fight was still on the table. Tay said when D lost, Eddie Hearn jumped up and started partying because he knew. You see what I'm saying? He knew. We don't have to do it. We don't have to do it. Because if you did it on March 9th, I swear to God, I'd be playing London Bridge is Falling Down. My Fair Lady. I'd be playing that shit to death. Anthony Joshua will never, ever fight Deontay Wilder because he is afraid. Y'all did not see what I've seen. I saw some... Y'all believe the Sheik, right? The Turk, right? Y'all believe Turkey, right? Y'all believe him? Y'all did not see what I've seen. That's why I keep telling Tay, you got to go live, bro. You got to. Coming from me, it's just me. It's just Drew Titan talking shit, right? It was so deflating and so annoying. I told Tay, yo, bro, I got to take a nap. I'll talk to you later. I swear to God. That was just the other day. I said, I can't do this shit. I'm not doing this. This is stupid. Am I reading this? I'm turning my phone on sideways and say, is this for real? AJ's a pussy, y'all. Confirmed. That guy's a pussy. He's a fucking coward. And I'm done. I'm done. I don't fuck with that guy at all. At all. I don't care what he does. I will only talk about him if he loses from now on. Fuck that guy, for real. So the perception, D could do no right. You know, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. He could do no right. It's always been that way. It's always been that way. And D's cool with it because he knows what time it is. And now people are comfortable with the OD. He lost. That's why the fight's not happening. I'm telling y'all that's not true. If he was easy work, now's the time to go get him. Motherfuckers looking at pictures. Oh, well, you know, Deontay's energy was different when he was a nigga. You wasn't there. To me, AJ looked nervous. I told y'all, if they were at a club and AJ walked in with the baddest bitch, that's how you know it's his fantasy, because he don't rock with bitches. D would walk across the club and grab his shorty by the hand and walk off with her, and AJ wouldn't do shit. That's how pussy he is. He wouldn't say a word. He'd turn around and leave. I have no respect for that dude. Not after what I read. So we can believe the Turk, right? You want to believe the Turk? Let's go ahead and believe the Turk. Mo, I'm giving you look. You sent me a link. I'm going to go watch it after my live. But I saw something in writing that made me take a nap. That's how annoyed I got. I said, holy shit, he really is pussy. Anthony Joshua's really pussy. Holy shit. I was just trolling all this time. I said, nah, you know, he's 6'5", 250, looking like that. Who could he possibly be afraid of? Deontay Wilder. Yeah. Why don't you think lions and tigers and shit, well, not tiger, but lions in the wild, they don't be running up on fucking wolverines and honey badgers and shit. That small little animal will tear your ass up, and they know that instinctively. They don't talk to each other like, yo, you see that? Don't ever fuck with that. No. Somebody fucked around and found out. Or they can look at it and instinctively know, I better not try this one. AJ looks at Deontay. I better not try this one. Yeah, but AJ, you know, you have skill and, you know, you have an uppercut. Nope. I better not try this one. It's a look. It's a look. Story time. True story. Again, I'm coming from Brooklyn. I had no business being over there, but of course, I was young and I was chasing pussy. I'm leaving Shorty house. I see 3 dudes coming. I'm trying to get to the train. I put my hands in my pocket and I said, man, fuck that. My hands in my pocket. I made sure they saw me put my hands in my pocket, and I'm just walking. I'm like, yo, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I walked up, walking. They were all significantly smaller than me. These Spanish dudes. And they walked past me. I walked like right through. Two went this way, two went this way. You know, senses heightened. Hairs on my neck stood up. I kind of looked my peripheral. They kept walking. I get to the train. I hear scuffling. Da-da-da-da. They jumped and robbed the dude that was half a block behind me by himself. Now, why did they walk past me and go to him? You know why? I wasn't an easy target. When I put my hands in my pockets, they didn't know what I had. And plus, I was significantly bigger than them. All they would have had was a fight on their hands. They wouldn't have got shit from me. They obviously didn't have no gun. I was prepared. I had on Boss jeans and pigskin Tim boots. And I had my goose bubble. Them shits was thick. So I can absorb punches. And I'm a fighter. So it is going. I'm like, yeah, all right. Them niggas is kind of small. They getting flung somewhere. They're going to try. And I can tell they were up to no good. But they walked past me. I'm right at the train. I hit, and I look. Oh, they jumped that nigga. They jumped him. That guy was significantly smaller. They said, okay, not him. Him. When Anthony Joshua looks at Deontay, that's what it is. There is no fucking reason why he should be fighting Francis Ngannou right now. And not putting the final nail in Deontay Wilder's coffin, especially after he looked that bad against Parker. When Parker made it to 12, I heard that fucking Eddie Hearn jumped up and started partying. Hey, we don't have to do it. We don't have to do it. Yeah. Pussy. I don't respect it. So with that being said, oh yeah, Hen Dog, yeah, I told that story. Also told the story how I please, I'm a bad motherfucker, but in this one against 12, nah. I was like, well, those 10 boots turned to Air Force Ones because I was not getting caught. Them niggas chased me all the way to the train. I've never been so happy. I don't know where that transit cop came from. I hopped the turnstile. I'm tired of you motherfuckers hopping the turnstile. I said, yo, they chasing me. He said, who? He looked down the steps. Some niggas was bumping into each other. It looked like World War Z. Remember that shit? He pulled out his revolver. This is back in the days when they carried revolvers. He pulled out his revolver. He's like, all right, nigga, don't come back this way, nigga. He said, what did you do? I said, nothing. I just wanted to go see a girl. And he said, do not come back here ever again. Man, I almost died that day. I said, what the fuck? Fucking Deceps, bastards, purple and gray. Fuck Coney Island. That shit got on my nerves. Every shorty I met. Yo, where you live at? Brooklyn? Oh! Yo, shorty, where you at? Flatbush. Oh! Shorty, where you live? Bed-Stuy. Damn! Fuck. Sick of this shit. Fuck Coney Island. Y'all seen The Warriors? The ending. Coney Island. Fuck. Ridiculous. When you young, oh man, shorty had a fat ass too. Almost died over that. Anyway, original question, do y'all think that the Saudis can force Tank versus Devin? I'm just asking a question. Here's my answer, y'all. I have no faith. I have no faith. They can't make Tank do something that he doesn't feel like he has to do right now. And that's just the reality of it. Another thing is, who does Tank work with? Is Tank not a PBC fighter? He's a PBC fighter, right? So who do the Saudis have to deal with in order to make that fight happen? Al. You have to deal with Al, right? And last I checked, the Saudis like to deal with the fighters directly. And the reason why I mentioned AJ and Eddie Hearn is because AJ can't make a move without Eddie Hearn. Tank can't make a move without dealing with Al. And I want y'all to listen. Sounds fucked up, but we're keeping it. No, it don't sound fucked up. This is reality. This is reality. When did the Errol Spence and Bud Crawford fight happen? When the brothers talked to each other. Y'all remember that tweet that Errol put out? I feel like I'm being played. Do y'all know what he meant by that? Remember when Bud got on Instagram Live? Remember what he said Al told him? What did Al tell him? Put it in the chat. What did Al tell him? What did Al tell him? Well, shit, there go Drew talking about Al Heyman. Oh, my God. I better clip this and put it on my Twitter. Dickhead, before you do that, just know I've been on this type of time. I trust no one. Everybody's suspect at this point. What happened to Deontay with Tyson Fury happened on the PBC's watch. Y'all heard me say that when it happened. I said, yo, how the fuck is a draw? He knocked him down twice. And if they split 6 rounds apiece, but there's 2 knockdowns to the champion, how the fuck is it a draw? And then the drugging and the faulty equipment. And then the postponement. In the third fight, the elbow injections. Do y'all remember what the fuck Bud said? Al told him. Did he not say, thank you? He said, I'm not letting anyone near this fight. I'm not letting anybody touch this fight. That's what Al told Bud. That's what Bud said. And I believe him. That part, I believe him. I said, well. And then the tweet, I feel like I'm being played. When they sat down and got it done, the fight happened. And it seemed like it was out of nowhere, right? When Bud, how many times did Bud shout out Errol for making it happen? He didn't say Al, he didn't say the PBC. He said if it wasn't for Errol, this wouldn't have happened. He said it multiple times. Are y'all paying attention? Are y'all paying attention? Okay. Village Brothers, salute. I hope y'all paying attention. Sometimes I don't think y'all are. So what does this have to do with Tank? I'm laying the foundation here, y'all. There's a track record of shit happening. We all want Tank versus Devin. But can we say Tank has a boss, man? Like AJ has a lifetime boss for the length of his boxing career. He has well, I hope it's only boxing. For all I know, on Thursdays he probably walks around the Hearn household with a spiked collar on and a gag ball in his mouth, with a bow tie and a thong on. Dinner served, Eddie. Ew. That wouldn't surprise me. Bunch of weirdos over there. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. But Tank don't make moves. He's not his own boss. He's not his own boss. So with that being said, whether it's the sanctions or the Saudis, who do you trust? Or is it more the same? Democrats or Republicans? Trill Will, salute. Democrats or Republicans? Is it the same, or what's going on? Politician is a politician is a politician. You got to vote for your best interest, whether it's a Democrat or Republican. I don't care who. Look. How can you cut my taxes in half? How can I save money? But he's racist. Yeah. I know that. I want to know what his politics are, though. I'm black. In case you can't tell. I have to move and shake in this country. You got racist cops, you got racist politicians, racist presidents, grand dragons that are judges. I have to move and shake. But I'm black. My bloodline, we've been moving and shaking in this shit since the beginning of time. Just tell me what your political views are and how it's going to save me money. That's all I want to know. Yeah, I know he's a former Grand Dragon. What else is fucking new? Are the Saudis going to do better than the sanctioning bodies? The DAZN came and went, and they're still kind of like around. We bigged up the PBC. We stood in the pocket for Al Heyman when he was attacked racially, and that's the right thing to do. When Floyd Mayweather Jr. was attacked racially, because it's the right thing to do. But what happened to Deontay happened on the PBC's watch. And for us not to talk about that, that's the crime. That's the crime. So which do you prefer? This was just a question this morning. I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. I'm just asking, which do you prefer? I trust no one. I trust no one. So time will tell, but I'm just letting y'all know. I'm letting y'all know. Don't be too upset in the event that Tank versus Devin doesn't happen. I'm trying my best to move on from that. I mean, I would love to see Tank clean up 135 and become undisputed, because him being undisputed means that Lomachenko's not undisputed. So if you're going to stay at 135, please get rid of Lomachenko, because that's who I'm sick of. Stop that shit. Please. So, I mean, look. Who do you trust? The Saudis or the sanctions? Just remember what sport this is. And remember what this sport has done. We love the day of reckoning. But we're now in a whole new year. We're 18 days in. And Swear to God, man. 18 days in. And already this thing is suspect. Well, it is what it is, right? What's today? Thursday? All right. Yeah, I know what time it is. We ain't gonna be here tomorrow. We're gonna be on Bear Cave Entertainment. That's the link right there. Go subscribe. We're gonna be getting on Nerd Talk. That's what we do on Fridays now. Top 10 what the F moments. You know, movies, anime, regular cartoons, TV series, top 10 what the F moments. Me and my brother Act Reacher, aka the Jab Jamboree, aka Comic Cons. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Sure will, you stupid. Go subscribe to Bear Cave Entertainment. That's where we're gonna be cooking every Friday morning from now on, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go subscribe to Bear Cave Entertainment. Let's head over to the General. He's on. Salute to all of you in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App. I got a bunch of Cash Apps yesterday. Yo, let me read those real quick. Yo, Cortez Bowles, if you listening, I sent you a response. Email me at 1000slaps.com. I'm sorry, 1000slaps@gmail.com so I could figure out what the fuck's going on. Salute to my brother Paul Carrick in the Cash App yesterday. Salute to you, good brother. And salute to Dapper Dons in that Cash App, man. I appreciate you. Salute to you. Salute, y'all. Much love and appreciation. And blessings. Let's head over to the General. And I'll see you tomorrow in Bear Cave. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.